This is the Wire Report for 2330 Zulu, October 23rd, 2023. Precedence is routine. Information cutoff is 2300. Bottom line up front. Alaska Airlines experiences attempted hijacking. Conflict continues in the Middle East. Beginning with international events. On the Middle Eastern front, rocket and drone attacks on U.S. military bases in the Middle East increase in frequency following increased tensions in the region. In Israel, the main offensive thrust into Gaza has not yet begun. Sporadic rocket attacks continue from Gaza as Israeli forces conduct limited clearance operations in some districts on the Gaza border. Substantial advertising campaigns are observed to be spreading regarding Western support for Israel. Children's content on various media platforms has specifically been targeted by ads encouraging support for Israel. Moving to South Africa, economic freedom fighter EFF leader Julius Malema increases hostile rhetoric declaring EFF support to Palestine. Analysts comment. The situation in South Africa has been tense for many months following Malema's calls for the murder of white farmers, but rhetoric has increased in severity following the conflict in the Middle East. EFF rallies in support of Palestine continue to be held in Pretoria. On the home front, in the United States, Tyson Foods announces major investment in Protix, a company dedicated to insect production. Reports indicate Protix intends to build an insect processing facility in the United States with the goal of providing insect-based materials intended for human consumption. It is not clear as to how much Tyson has invested in this company. Terrorism update. Horizon Flight 2059, flying for Alaska Airlines, experiences an attempted hijacking after an authorized jump seat passenger attempts to shut down the engines mid-flight. The assailant also deployed engine fire suppression systems in an apparent attempt to bring the aircraft down. The two pilots flying the aircraft subdued the hijacker and landed safely. Details are vague at best, but officials state that the hijacker was an off-duty pilot who was properly authorized to fly in the jump seat, as is standard practice on most airlines. Analyst comments for this wire. The attempted hijacking of Alaska Flight 2059 is significant as the attack was undertaken by an approved person. Based on the publicly available details following the incident, this was likely a very deliberate hijacking attempt, as the attacker likely could not reach the yoke. The attacker knew the highest chance for success lay with shutting down the engines and pulling the fire suppression T-handles, both of which would be reachable by someone standing behind the pilots on the Embraer E-175. This action would have resulted in shutting off hydraulics, fuel flow, and a number of other systems essential for flight. The chance that this was accidental is near zero. Both moving the throttle and activating fire suppression systems are impossible to do without considerable, deliberate effort. Had the on-duty crew not rapidly physically engaged the hijacker in a vigorous manner, this incident could have had a different outcome. Fortunately, both pilots were able to regain control of the aircraft and safely divert to Portland. Very few details, such as the motive for this attack, are likely to emerge following this incident due to national security concerns. As the attacker was an approved person who was properly vetted and authorized, there is likely very little that can be done to prevent this from happening again, though due to the unique nature of the attack, this is likely an isolated incident. This concludes the wire for 2330 Zulu, October 23rd, 2023.